Oh, we found it. The worst punishments ever. Mate, some of these got to be horrible. This is on topic. Look up bamboo. I think I saw it
Yakuza
in the.
finger removal,
Ugh.
also known as
Oh no.
yubitsum. It's a ritual done to gain forgiveness after a member committed an offense to someone else in his group, and it
Okay. So
consists of amputating portions of one's own little finger to show sincere apology.
what happens to the uh so it's like tiered. So like if you mess up once, you lose the tip of your pinky. If you mess up a second time, you lose the second half of your pinky, right? Ew, mate. Like fuck. Fuck. How do you heal that?
And remorse to the other. I've put this one as the least painful because it
That's the least pain to lose an entire piece of your finger. How does that like heal like this? Oh my god. Ew, ew, ew. I don't like that. That's the least painful one of the video as well.
doesn't usually cause lifelong lasting pain, and it isn't deadly, unlike the brutal ones further down the list. Bastinado. Bastinado consists of beating the victim with a light rod, knotted cord, or lash,
Oh, some people do that nowadays for fun though.
exclusively on the feet.
What?
Unlike most types of flogging, it is meant more to be painful than to cause actual injury. Even though if done too harshly or for too long, it might cause the victim to not be able to walk anymore.
There's got to be people out there that are into like slapping their feet.
This one is also not deadly. Pitch capping.
Wait, how the fuck is that more painful than cutting your finger off? Am I fucking missing something?
Capping. Pitch capping involves pouring hot pitch or tar into a conical paper cap and forcing it onto the victim's head.
Ah!
The pitch was
That doesn't like melt your fucking head down and like.
allowed to cool, and the cap was ripped off, removing skin and tissue from the victim's scalp, scarring him for life. It wasn't usually done with the intention of killing, but deadly infections after this weren't that uncommon.
Oh my god, then you just literally die from like.
Elephant's foot.
Oh, mate.
This punishment, also
Elephant's foot, like uranium, John.
known as gungarao, was mostly used in Asia, specifically India,
Oh.
and it consisted of killing the victim by crushing him with an elephant. There were two variations of this. If the victim was lucky, his head would be placed on a pedestal, and the elephant would crush it, instantly killing him. This wasn't that painful because the victim would die instantly, but the second variation wasn't as forgiving. Some royal members wanted to sit down and enjoy a long show,
No, no, no. So they start with like the feet and then they keep crushing you all the way up, right?
so they ordered the elephant riders to train the elephants to walk over non-vital parts first, such as the legs and arms. The
Oh
person
my, bro,
would get crushed over and over
Oh
before
my
the elephant
fucking
actually
god,
walked over his head and killed him. Poina Cully.
dude. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't imagine laying down and just watching your arms get flat. Like, dude. Oh, I don't even want to watch this shit.
In ancient Rome, those who would kill their own father were subjected to poena culli. It was a death penalty that consisted of being sewn up in a leather sack with a mix of live animals, including a dog, snake, monkey, and a chicken, and then being thrown into water.
Huh?
Roman decimation.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? You get. Okay, so you can't see, you can't breathe, you can't leave. You're gonna drown probably at one point, and there's just 4 angry animals in. Oh my god. They getting creative as shit. Dude, you versus all those animals, you gotta kill the animals. I'm not gonna lie. You have to. You have to kill them animals.
Decimation. In ancient Rome, when military units or a large group were guilty of capital offenses, such as cowardice, mutiny, or desertion, they went through the process of decimation. A cohort of roughly 480 soldiers that needed to be punished was divided into groups of 10, and each group drew lots randomly. The soldier who picked the shortest straw had to be killed by his 9 friends, often by stoning,
That's it?
clubbing, or stabbing, while the 9 surviving ones had to stay outside the fortified security of the camp for some time. Since the killed victim was chosen randomly, all soldiers in the group were potentially liable for execution, regardless of how guilty they were. Blowing from a gun.
So you're literally gambling your life. Would you gamble your life with 1 to 9 odds? I mean, I guess nobody would, because why the fuck would you do that? But I mean, like, if you got something out of it.
Blowing from a gun is a method of execution in which the victim is typically tied to the mouth of a cannon, which is
Oh my.
was then fired, resulting in instant death. A description of what happens was given by an English soldier in the 19th century, and he said that the victim's head goes straight up into the air for about 40 or 50 feet. The arms fly off right and left, high up in the air, and fall at around 100 yards distance, while the legs drop to the ground beneath the muzzle of the gun. It's this low on the list because the victim probably doesn't feel a thing, as his death is instant.
What happens if it's not instant, though? Mate, I don't know. How do we know if the deaths are instant? Do we?
Basil II's blind journey.
Okay, this just sounds cooked. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds
Byzantine
cooked.
Emperor Basil II reportedly captured 15,000 Bulgarians during the Battle of Kleider,
Shout out
so he
Bulgaria.
decided to use them as a message to their homeland. He divided the prisoners into groups of 100, and then he had 99 out of every 100 blinded, with the
What the fuck?
100th man being blinded in only one eye, so that he could still lead the other 99 back home.
Oh my fucking god.
Bulgarian Tsar Samuel died of a heart attack on October 6, 1014.
Wait. So a guy with one fucking eye had to lead 99 blind people. Oh my Jesus.
Reportedly due to seeing his soldiers blinded. Castor oil poop barrels. Making someone drink a lot of castor oil caused stomach pain and made them so sick that they could no longer hold their poop together. They would then put the person in a big human-sized barrel and
Stop. No.
remove them when the person confessed. This could even go as far as leaving the person to drown in their own body fluids inside the barrel if he didn't cooperate.
Oh
Immurement.
my god, dude.
Immurement.
New segment? How many subs? 600, 700 subs. I'll do it.
It was used both as an execution method and as a lifelong imprisonment method. It consisted of putting someone in an enclosed space and really tight space, such as behind a wall, for the rest of his life. If it was used as an execution method, the person would be left to starve to death, while if it was used as imprisonment, they would regularly give the victim food. Rack.
Okay, but at least you get to live. At least you get to live a little bit, mate. I mean, being trapped behind a wall for the rest of your life, I would low-key be very upset. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you guys.
The person would be forced to lay on a rectangle-shaped wooden rack that stretched the victim's body by pulling the arms and legs in opposite directions. It
Oh,
caused incredible
no.
pain and could lead to dislocated limbs
Ah!
and torn ligaments. It was mainly used as a method to get information, but it could also be used to tear the victim's limbs out and leave him bleeding to death. Tarring and feathering.
Dude, I want to get a massage. I've never had one. Should I get the rack massage?
Tarring and feathering is a form of public torture where a victim is stripped naked or stripped to the
Everybody knows this because of like cartoons.
waist, while wood tar, sometimes hot, is either poured or painted onto the person. After that, the victim would have feathers thrown onto him, or he was rolled around on a pile of feathers so that they stuck to the tar. This would not only cause extreme burns to the victim's skin, permanently scarring him, but also psychologically humiliate him in public, as he was meant to look like a
Aw.
giant chicken
Aw, fucking chicken boy.
walking around the
Aw.
street. Choke pear. It was a metal tool that was put into someone's
is a
mouth or booty hole and then made
Did that just expand? Stop. No. Stop. Did that thing just open up, or am I fucking seeing things? Mate.
and then made bigger on purpose. The tool would stretch the tissue to the point of no return. Aztecs live
It just stretches your asshole open, bro.
heart removal. When the Aztecs
Heart
sacrificed
removal.
people to Huitzilopochtli, the sun god, the victim would be placed on a sacrificial stone, and the priest would then cut through the abdomen with an obsidian or flint blade. The heart would be torn out, still beating, and held towards the sky in honor of the sun god.
What?
Heretic's fork.
Are we fucking serious?
A collar with 2 sets of metal forks at each end. One set was placed under the chin and the other at the sternum, and the device was secured around the neck. This forced the victim to keep their head raised, leading to severe discomfort and sleep deprivation. The person would be asked questions or just be left there, while the forks
Oh my god, you literally have to go like this forever. You have to literally do this. You don't get to live.
slowly pierced through their neck and
Oh,
jaw,
my leg.
and this lasted until the
nose.
victim could no longer hold their head raised, causing the fork to pierce through.
Ew,
Rat's
ew.
cup.
Oh no, I already can tell what
Attributed
this
to
one
the
is.
Roman Emperor Nero involved tying a cup filled with hungry rats to the victim's stomach and then applying heat to the bottom, forcing the rats to burrow through the victim's body to escape. In some parts of South America, they used a
Jesus.
variation of this method called the rectoscope, which consisted of inserting living rats into a victim's rectum through a tube.
Mate.
Forcing them to make their way through the victim's body to get out.
Oh my, fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine a rat inside your ass crawling around. You could genuinely feel it just like claw at your shit.
Catherine's wheel, an execution method where the victim's limbs were tied to a large wheel and then struck with a hammer or iron bar, breaking their bones in multiple places. The wheel was placed on display later on, often leaving the victim to starve.
Do you see his arms and legs just like bent around this? They just turned him into string.
Boiling alive. The victim would be lowered into a large container with a boiling liquid, such as oil, gradually and slowly. The first exposed parts would be the extremities, such as fingers and toes, which have lots of nerve endings and
Oh my god.
cause incredible pain. Then the skin, muscles, and fat softened and liquefied due to the heat, while internal organs and the flesh got boiled from the outside, making this a slow and agonizing process. In another variation, which is thought to be even more painful and long, the victim would be lowered into a normal temperature liquid, which would be gradually heated until it started boiling.
Mate, we got born at a good time. We got born at a good time. You could have fucking done anything, and any of these could have happened to you, bro.
Keel hauling. Keel hauling was a severe maritime punishment where a sailor was tied to a rope and dragged underwater from one side of the ship to the other, passing under the ship's keel.
That's low-key kind of like water park.
If the person did not drown or get vital damage from the rusty and sharp wooden body of the ship itself, they would just do it again until the person was no longer alive.
Oh, okay, great. So, okay.
It was feared for its brutality. Sawing. When used as an
Was that just a man in fucking half?
execution method, the victim would be hanged upside down to make the blood flow to the head, increasing the time the person was conscious. The executioner would then divide the victim vertically into two halves, starting from the groin and moving upwards. Hanged, drawn,
What the fuck?
and quartered.
Oh my god, did anybody watch Bone Temple? Did you guys watch the scene where they genuinely skinned the 4 people alive? Mate, I couldn't watch. I actually had to look away a little bit. That was fucking gross, mate.
This method was used to execute men convicted of high treason in medieval and early modern Britain and Ireland, and it consisted of multiple steps. The convicted traitor was tied to a wooden board and dragged behind a horse to the execution site. There, he was almost hanged to death, then mutilated and had his organs removed, before being beheaded and his body divided into 4 parts, just in case he was still alive.
What do you mean, just in case he was still alive? He don't have organs. Is that what I think it is?
Remains were often displayed in well-known places across the country, like London Bridge, to warn others about the consequences of being a traitor. Glastration.
Now, what could glastration be? It's a picture of a fucking eggplant. Oh my god, do you see the next one? I'm not even gonna look.
This method wasn't always
Spoilers.
deadly, but in my opinion, it deserves this spot because of how brutally painful it sounds. It's the method of inserting a glass rod into a man's erect willy and then smashing it with a
What? Hold on. Oh my god.
hammer,
What?
causing the
Oh!
glass rod to fragment into multiple small
Oh!
pieces that shattered
Oh, I
all over
feel
the
it!
insides. Bamboo
Oh, I
through booty
feel it.
hole.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Oh, I felt that one.
Multiple small pieces that shattered
Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, imagine you were born back then. You just had some bullshit happen to you.
all over the insides. Bamboo through booty hole. A bamboo would be put inside a person's booty hole, and it would be left there. The bamboo would grow really quickly inside the man, causing incredible pain. It was sometimes left until it exited from the other side. Spanish donkey.
Like, we didn't say enough gross shit with this one. Imagine bamboo growing inside you, mate. You know bamboo grows, like, a lot every fucking... Like, you'd be dead in, like, 2 days.
It was sometimes left until it exited from the other side. Spanish donkey. This was a sharp-angled wooden device on which the victim was forced to sit, straddling it like a donkey, with weights attached to their feet.
Oh no.
This would increase pressure and pain on the body, often causing severe injury to the legs and spine until the victim was ripped apart by their body
Ah! There's no
Brazen
fucking way that would happen.
bull. A metal
Oh, we know this one. Metal bull, go inside, get cooked, right?
statue shaped like a real-sized bull was used to lock someone inside
Yep,
and then
great.
heat it up with fire underneath. The person inside
Oh my fucking god.
would feel extreme heat and pain while being burned alive, and it was meant to scare others by showing how bad the punishment could be. There were special pipes to make the victim breathe, which also made the screams hearable for the crowd.
Mate. Oh my god.
Resulting in a bull-like sound. The steam would leave from the bull's nose for extra realism. Impalement. The brutal part of impaling, like crucifixion, is that the victim tortured himself. In a famous variant, he was set up high, on a stake, so that it didn't actually penetrate anything vital so long as he stayed up on his toes, so he could keep it from going any deeper so long as he kept his own weight on his feet. When the victim would get tired, he would slip a little further. And when he felt the pain, he would scramble up again on the already aching and exhausted muscles, only to repeat this process
The inventor of the bull got killed inside it as a punishment for creating it. Good.
out of exhaustion a little later, and so on until something vital got pierced. Another variant consisted
Oh my fuck!
of the Judas chair, a torture device featuring a pyramid-shaped seat where the victim was placed at the
Mate!
top, with ropes used to lower and suspend their body weight onto the sharp apex.
Why did ancient times just love fucking people's assholes? They loved it. They loved just doing bullshit with people's butts.
The chair would slowly rip the person apart, flaying.
Oh great.
Flaying was a gruesome method where the skin was removed from the body
Oh great.
while the victim was still alive.
That's
This
great.
extreme form of torture was used to cause intense, slow pain and suffering, eventually leading to death through shock or infection. The skin, lacking major blood vessels, did not cause rapid blood loss, so victims could remain conscious and endure prolonged
You can literally peel your skin off and live, I guess.
agony. It was often considered a meticulous process, requiring precision and skill from the executioner.
What the fuck are we looking at?
And rather than removing the skin in pieces, cultures sought methods to flay the victim more efficiently and completely, sometimes using substances like boiling water to facilitate the process. Blood eagle.
What?
This one was a brutal ritual where the victim's ribs were cut from the spine and spread out to resemble wings, while the lungs were pulled through the openings, causing a slow, agonizing death.
What?
It's short, but
They
it's one of the
whoa,
most
whoa, whoa, whoa,
brutal
whoa.
ones in
They
my
pulled your lungs out of your fucking body?
opinion. Ling Chi. Also known as death
What?
by 1,000 cuts, it was a famous method used in China to prolong the suffering for as long as possible. There were multiple variations of this method, even though almost all of them included cutting the skin deep enough to cause incredible pain, but not deep enough to allow the victim to lose blood.
What the fuck?
In one variation, the victim was
They literally like planned out how deep the cut
restrained,
is.
and an executioner would pull knives out at random, each with a body part on it. Left forearm, right thigh, left foot,
He making this a game
neck,
show.
etc. Each time he'd pull a knife out, he would make a cut on that body part. This would continue until the executioner pulled out the knife with the heart on it, and that's when he stabbed the victim through the heart. In another variation, they would
Holy fuck, literally death twister.
tie a fishnet tightly around someone's body and cut off the pieces of skin that popped up in the holes of the net. In the
Oh my god. You know the little bulging part? They cut it off, mate. Oh my fuck!
most brutal version, they would bury someone up to their neck, make a cross-shaped cut at the crown of the head, peel the skin back, and pour mercury in the wound. The mercury, through its weight, would separate skin from flesh,
What?
and as the person struggled to unbury themselves, they would eventually leave their skin behind
Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh my god. Oh wow.
in the hole. Scaphism.
I've never heard of that in my life. What is this?
This one is considered by many to be the worst execution method. In this punishment, the condemned person was placed inside a boat or between two boats, lying on their back with their arms and legs protruding through holes. They were force-fed large amounts of milk and honey, which induced severe diarrhea, and their entire body was smeared with the same mixture. This made them attractive to rodents, bugs,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. They're gonna leave him somewhere. Then the bugs are just gonna fucking eat him. And he's also gonna shit himself. But he's not gonna die.
Wasps, bees, flies, and whatever other animals
Yep,
lived near the lake.
left him in
They
the
would
fucking
eat
ocean,
and bite
mate.
at the victim's
The
flesh. And
swamp.
when the next morning arrived, the boat would be brought back to the coast, and they would force feed him another gigantic meal of milk and honey, also placing it on him once more. This was done on a daily basis to prolong the punishment for as long as possible. It was reported that the
Mate.
rats would usually try to go into the person's
Andrew,
booty
thank
hole,
you.
and that the method was so
Nah,
long
vote
that
for
it seemed to have
Daggy.
no
Skull
end, with a
emoji.
person surviving 17
17 days straight of being eaten by bugs and rats and shitting yourself.
days. This person reportedly had his entire face completely covered with wasp, and his flesh was rotting away, filled with swarms of parasites and
Oh my!
worms, all while being covered in his own filth.
Fuck!
If you want
Fuck! I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, he actually got wormed. He got wormed.
If you want to discuss this
wow.
video or suggest an idea for
Fuck
the next
me,
one, join my
fuck,
Discord.
mate.
Link in the description.
Jesus, why were people so disgusting?